Well, good afternoon to everyone and welcome. Sorry that the rain chased us indoors, but a little cozy in here, and to all the people that will be watching as we stream live, welcome to you as well. My name is Tom Hammond, an alumnus in the university and a sportscaster for NBC Sports, and it's been my pleasure the last few years to MC the State of the University address. Earlier this month, I was in South Korea for the World Track and Field Championships, where the big news was the false start and disqualification by Usain Bolt, the world's fastest man in the 100 meters. But I'm happy to report that back home in Lexington at the university, there have been no false starts, as the new president and the new student government president have taken over. So 2 new presidents to introduce to you today. First speaker will be Micah Fielden, who is your student body president. He's a senior agricultural biotechnology student from right here in Lexington. And as a graduate of Lexington Christian Academy, Micah has been involved with the university from a very young age. Currently, he serves as president of Delta Sigma Phi Fraternity, was named Greek Man of the Year in 2010. Also involved in Dance Blue. He's been part of the K-Crew, a group of student leaders that welcome incoming students to campus. He's also participated in the University Leadership Summit and currently serves as UK's 48th student body president. In this position, he also serves as the elected student representative on the UK Board of Trustees. So please join me in providing a warm welcome to Student Government President Micah Fielden.
Thank you for that introduction. And I'd like to start off, first of all, by thanking all the wonderful people that helped make today possible. So Kelly Bozeman, Katie Bennett, and our Public Relations and Marketing Department, you all have done a wonderful job, and you all deserve a round of applause. Also, Tom Hammond, on behalf of the student body, I'd like to thank you for honoring us with your presence today. You are truly one of our most distinguished alumni, and we're always glad to have you back. And next, Dr. Capilouto, welcome to your first State of the University address. I hope you know that we're all so very thankful for the efforts that you've made this year toward making our great university even better. We're very fortunate in finding a president of your demeanor and one with such infectious character and integrity. We can't wait to see what you have in store for the rest of your term, and we look forward to what will hopefully be a very long and prosperous term as this university's president. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank all of the students and all the various organizations that they have created and now manage. Please give yourselves a round of applause. As students, we must realize that it is no single person's responsibility to help us have a fulfilling experience during our time here, but rather we must work hand in hand with our faculty to ensure our success as an institution and as individuals. Fortunately, we are blessed with a faculty that ranks amongst the best in the nation for harboring mature, talented students in and out of the classrooms. This State of the University address is a time to both reflect on our success as a student body and to echo the goals we set as an institution for the future, so that we may raise the academic and cultural standard of generations to come. I was more than pleased when meeting Dr. Capilouto to learn that his vision for the university was centered around how the faculty, staff, and administration can work together to enhance the undergraduate experience. As a student body, we stressed that we wanted a president who would put our interest first. We wanted a president who was transparent with the process behind achieving his vision and a person who we could relate to. During one of my first meetings with Dr. Capilouto, I found that he was the perfect man for the job. I know he'll remember that we met on a BMW test track course outside Greenville, South Carolina, where I found myself sitting passenger seat as he was stationed behind the wheel of a car, attempting to maneuver around the cones on the course. This turned out not only to be a fun experience, but a great chance for me to see the personal side of a university president. However, I didn't have to wait long to see this side from Dr. Capilouto and his wife again. During freshman move-in, the presidential couple could be seen mingling with the new students on campus and helping to haul items from families' cars to the residence halls. The Capiloutos were seen around campus during K-Week, interacting with the students. From the president riding in the back of a pickup truck to his wife dancing with the football team, I watched as they welcomed students to the university. But more importantly, we welcomed them to our home. What amazes me so much about this behavior is how unselfish our president manages to be compared to those at many large flagship universities. If you were to ask Dr. Capilouto why he chooses to be at so many university events, mingling with the students but never capturing the spotlight, I'm sure he would confirm our belief that the university exists to serve the students and their communities. As student body president, nothing makes me more excited than to work with someone who has this mindset and who holds the future of the institution as more than a vision for the university, but as our vision. It is no secret that over the past few years, we have had to deal with a multitude of unforeseen obstacles to a growing university. From the instability that still exists in the nation's economy, to the statewide budget cuts that strain our resources and our wallets, we have entered a time period where the future is uncertain. However, we must not let this ambiguity hinder the progress we have made and the steps we are going to make in coming years. So, Dr. Capilouto, we ask that you work with us to overcome these challenges in ensuring that our goals are met. The innovation and accessibility you have provided thus far provides me a great optimistic outlook of the future. But I ask that you continue to provide for UK's unified vision by fighting for student interests, such as providing new and updated buildings and trying to limit increases in tuition rates. This vision is the inspiration behind Kentucky's initiative to become one of the nation's leading universities. The first part of this initiative has been stated through the student body's strong conviction that it is up to us to raise the standard of excellence and leave a legacy of tradition for future Wildcats to follow. The large amount of applicants we saw for the Freshman Leadership Development Program proves that students on campus are excited about getting involved. These students are implementing projects that have a positive impact not only on the university, but also the community at large. This way of thinking has spurred innovative programs over the past few years. It has allowed all of the student organizations on campus to positively impact the undergraduate experience here at the University of Kentucky. One of these programs that has prospered since its introduction only a few years ago is TallyCats. TallyCats provides incentives for students to attend events on campus. The greatest part about the program is not that it increases attendance for events, but that it encourages students to look into more organizations that they might not have otherwise considered, thus enabling them more opportunities to connect with campus and find something that they are passionate about. This passion, the passion to make an impression on campus, in the community, and throughout society, is one that will direct our student body's vision. TallyCats is a program that was designed for students and run by students, and it is just one of the many examples of how, when pursued, campus involvement is able to enhance the learning experience itself and improve our university as a whole. One of the largest collection of TallyCats events in a short period of time comes from K-Week, a program primarily run by undergraduates that is designed to help students become accustomed to life at the university. This program helps students feel part of the Wildcat pride that we all truly have here at Kentucky. Of the seemingly endless array of events during this week, there is one that stands out from the rest when showing the value our students place on serving the community. This year, over 1,500 students participated in UK Fusion, providing over 5,000 hours of community service, volunteering here, right here in Lexington, around campus, in our communities. And I commend our students on showing this unwavering support to improving our city and confirming that members of this university understand the principle that there are causes greater than oneself. This understanding has led to the creation of some recent programs that were designed specifically to help others. One of these plans was set into action last spring with the creation of Student Government's CATS Cruiser. The CATS Cruiser is a late-night transportation service that travels to various off-campus residence hotspots in order to provide more safety resources for our student body. The safety of students during their time at a university cannot be overlooked, and the initiative that we have all taken to guarantee this safety shows that at the University of Kentucky, people care. I'd like to share with you an example of just how much students and faculty at UK care. This summer, I was fortunate enough to travel with some of our MBA students from the Gatton College in partnership with Alltech to Haiti in order to provide agricultural innovation to communities that were still affected by the Haitian earthquakes. While in Haiti, we helped improve the facilities of a coffee co-op in the mountains of Don Don, where nearly 7,000 families grow coffee plants to make a living. The business plans and models of some of our best MBA students helped make this sustainable agriculture product possible, and their hard work in Haiti was invaluable. Soon, coffee made from the mountains of Haiti will be sold at UK, thus enabling and providing a stream of income to a population that is in need. The care shown by students on this trip made our university's responsibility of being a land-grant institution global, by providing for the welfare of not just those at the university, but for all of their communities as well. I was most honored to return to the United States and to Kentucky with two new Wildcats, James Blanc and Pedro Jean-Baptiste. These Haitian men are learning at our university and will return in a few short years to become leaders in their community and in their nation. This is just one example of some of the things we are doing at UK to provide for a society that extends beyond the limits of campus. Another example of what students are doing to help the state of Kentucky is the Wildcat Interest Group, an idea that stemmed from students who felt it was necessary to represent our interests directly to our elected officials at both the state and national level. WIG is a nonpartisan lobbying student organization that was created to push for greater support of higher education. After a recent meeting of student body presidents in the state of Kentucky, a great vision has been cast where K-HELP, or the Kentucky Higher Education Lobbying Program, will unite our universities and capture the power of more than 120,000 undergraduate students to affect change in this state. The fact that students from the University of Kentucky have spearheaded this effort shows the progress our student body has made in enhancing UK status amongst its peers. In addition to representing our needs, WIG is helping to provide a civic education for all students. This calling to educate our students in and out of the classroom stems directly from our beginning as a land-grant institution. With this in mind, we must make every effort to create successful graduates and citizens of this state and this nation. On October 26th, the Wildcat Interest Group is hosting a gubernatorial debate on campus so that students and other members of the community may be more aware of the issues and challenges facing our state and our university. In the past decade, we have made considerable progress for increasing the quality of higher education in our state. We saw the largest percent change of any state in the nation in our 6-year graduation rates at public and private colleges and universities, which moved Kentucky 9 positions from 44th to 35th. We must continue to make sure that we are never complacent with where we are. Through student involvement and the passion I have seen from our student body, we have the ability to shape the future of higher education in Kentucky. Throughout our numerous programs, many of them student-run, we are constantly improving the university. Our work and success today will guarantee future generations that we will rise to the challenge of educating the Commonwealth. So for all the students here today and listening, I pose to you this question: what are you going to do with the time you have here? Your 4 years go by very quickly, but it is never too late to make an impression upon this university, an impression that will last for generations of students to come. We have made many large strides since I first came here, and with the help of others, I know that we have the ability to make many more. Just as James and Pedro are called to service in Haiti, so must we be willing to serve our state and community in the years to come. Through education, you can become the best version of yourself, and certainly you will come to realize that this is your state, your experience, and your University of Kentucky. Thank you all for having me here today.
One of the most satisfying aspects of my job is the interaction with the talented, bright, dedicated young people that come into sports television these days. And it's almost inspirational because they work so hard and they care so much. I don't want to let them down. And I think you'll agree that whatever Micah goes into, he will be inspirational and have people following him as well. Very impressive. Thank you, Micah. Well, it's my pleasure now to introduce one of the newest members of the University of Kentucky family. Dr. Eli Capilouto became UK's 12th president on July 1st. In the last 2.5 months, he's crisscrossed Kentucky, meeting with legislators, alumni, community leaders, and others, getting to know our Commonwealth. And as he has met with hundreds of students, faculty, and staff, he's been trying to understand what he calls the soul of UK. That soul, he believes, revolves around putting students first in everything that the university does. Dr. Capilouto brings more than 30 years of experience in higher education to this important endeavor. Most recently, he was provost at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, where he led one of the leading research and medical institutions in the South. He also helped lead efforts in recent years to dramatically improve undergraduate education and the living and learning environment for students at UAB. A former dean of UAB's School of Public Health, Dr. Capilouto received his bachelor's, master's, and doctor of dental medicine degree from schools within the University of Alabama system. In 1991, he earned his doctorate in health policy and management from the Harvard University School of Public Health. He and his wife, Dr. Mary Lynn Capilouto, a former dean of UAB's dental school, have one daughter, a graduate student in the School of Public Health at UAB. So, ladies and gentlemen, providing his first State of the University address, the president of Kentucky's land-grant flagship university, Dr. Eli Capilouto.
Thank you, Tom, for those very kind words and that warm introduction. Your career in life is an incredible example of the imprint that a graduate makes on his profession and indeed our world. And it is most fitting to me today to be introduced by a second generation UK member who is also the father of a third generation UK member, because this story of generation to generation is one I hear repeated time and time again as I crisscross this state. With great affection and pride, people share with me their family members who attended this university, the difference that that education has made in their lives, and then what they're doing to transform their communities today. And Micah, we all are immensely proud of what you do. Your words are compelling, but your action is even stronger. So I thank you and all your fellow student government leaders for the inspiration you provide us, and we are glad to make you, our students, first in all of what we do. And it's a pleasure to join all the faculty, staff, and students here at this State of the University, because without you, we really wouldn't have much to celebrate. So I thank you for everything you do. And it's a special moment for me to share with you the beautiful things that are happening on this campus, this flagship institution. It's always revealed to me daily in powerful stories. Our greatness thrives in these stories where we work hand in hand with each other to improve and lift lives in this state and greet across the country. 2 weeks ago, I had the privilege of introducing the freshman class, the class of 2015, to our UK Board of Trustees. I am proud that our newest Wildcats are our most academically accomplished Wildcats. We've been here for 150 years, and this class is outstanding. It has an average GPA of over 3.6. 25% of these first-year students have a GPA of 4.0 or above. 30% of the freshman class has an ACT score of 28 or above. And to put that in context, only 8% of all Kentuckians score 28 or above. This is a profound testament to our institution's ability to attract the best and the brightest to the most serious 21st century education that can be provided. But as Micah pointed out, we are also and always will be a place of opportunity. When Micah brought to my office James Blanc and Pedro John Baptiste, and told me how they served as translators for a group of Lexington orthopedic surgeons who had volunteered their time and services in Haiti, I was moved. And then to learn that because of his efforts and those of others in this community, they're preparing to return to their country one day to be those healthcare providers who they got to serve as interpreters for during their visit. Providing opportunities to all our students is an integral part of building a global community on this campus. It's a community that's open to new ways of thinking about things, new ways of life. And exposure to this tapestry of culture is key to preparing our students to be global citizens. Moreover, it offers an opportunity to make a big university feel small. It's able to build small neighborhoods within a large community. Our students can travel abroad. They can walk across this campus and work with world-class investigators. They can join student organization and clubs where they build friendships and networks and supports that last for a lifetime. And many of those groups are going to be with us today, and I urge you to drop by their booths and tables out front to say hello. I have been so encouraged about what our students do. As I crisscross the state and talk to our faculty here on campus, they tell me some of these stories, and I want to share those with you. First, Joseph Mann. He took advantage of an opportunity to study abroad in South Africa. He worked with a human rights organization and took courses focusing on the history of the country. And now, from that firsthand exposure, he understands South Africa, but how those same issues affect countries across the world. Dr. Mohammed Saeed, a master's student in our UK College of Public Health, also a Fulbright scholar, practiced medicine in Baghdad. This past summer, he worked with CDC in their Immigrant, Refugee, and Migrant Health Office. He is a resource now for these issues all over the globe. And students in our College of Design are continuing work on the River City project, where they are able to repurpose facilities so that they can better serve those communities. Our faculty. This past year, our faculty, competing nationwide for resources, received over $360 million in funds to support research. This research is answering the questions of our day. It will extend and improve the quality of life for Kentuckians and indeed people all across the globe. As I traveled to our different colleges over these past few months, what I learned about our wonderful faculty is they are fully committed first to their role as educators and mentors for our next generation. They are deeply committed to the success of our students here today. They want to challenge your assumptions and ours. I think their commitment to our students is manifest most in the remarkable reform of our general education curriculum. And I want to salute Provost Subaswamy, all the deans, and the countless faculty who worked on transformation of this core curriculum. It's built upon 4 key goals: an emphasis on the arts, which is going to focus the students' understanding and ability to employ intellectual inquiry. It takes a holistic approach to communication and composition by assisting students with their written, oral, and most importantly in this day and age, their visual skills. Both as producers and consumers of information, they will excel. Our new curriculum emphasizes quantitative reasoning so that our students can be most informed to make data-driven decisions. And lastly, we we have integrated an immersive culture component that exposes our students to the complexities of being a global citizen. I'm also deeply moved when I hear these stories about our dedicated staff. Like many of you, I'm sure you shared the pride, as I did when I opened the New York Times a couple of weeks ago, to see a feature story on Sarah G. Fannin, an agricultural educator with our Cooperative Extension Center. She's working in East Kentucky in impoverished communities to assist people with gardening, not as a hobby, but a way to get by in these challenging economic times. Healthier foods at less cost are on the tables of countless Kentuckians because of Sarah's work. And Dr. Jay Swishenberger, UK healthcare surgeon-in-chief, he developed an artificial lung device that is helping keep patients alive across the world as they await transplants. I ask our faculty what makes them most proud. Time and time again, they tell me it's our graduates. The way they return to their communities and make such a big difference. I asked about some of these, and I wanted to share their stories. First, there's Matt Cutts. He was one of the first 100 employees at Google. In fact, he was number 71, a Singletary scholar and a native of Moorhead, Kentucky. While he was here, he worked on 3D imaging research with outstanding professors. So now Matt is part of the world's largest search engine. And Kathy Black. Kathy is a graduate of our College of Communication and Information Studies. She credits her internships while she was here at Lexington, working with local TV stations, as preparing her for a job today. She's responsible now for booking national talent like recording artists Beyonce and Lady Gaga for the CBS Early Morning Show. And D.C. Storm. He's an accounting and finance graduate of the Gatton College of Business and Economics. He travels the globe as the corporate auditor for NBC Universal. He described UK as a microcosm of the real world and credits his success to the time he spent on this campus exposed to different people in different situations. Our graduates have done incredible things. They are poets, conductors, actors, and novelists. They are Pulitzer Prize-winning journalists and reporters. They are computer scientists revolutionizing the way we use technology. They are civic leaders, congressmen, senators. They are CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. They're small business entrepreneurs, and they're venture capitalists. They are inventors of life-saving medical devices, and we can proudly say there's a Nobel Prize-winning scientist amongst our alumni. They were once ordinary students who now do extraordinary things. But they're also exemplary parents, civic leaders, and volunteers that have held together their families and communities. We have had wonderful successes, but our best days are ahead of us. But we've got to do more. We have got to do more to recruit, educate, and graduate the next generation of leaders. We must do more to prepare our students for an uncertain world. And to do so, we have to challenge ourselves. It's not enough for us to teach our students the tools simply because they're the tools that need to be taught. We need to teach our students the concepts behind the tools, the theory that built the tools and led to their existence. This is the level of critical thinking that leads to creative discourse. That's how we're going to prepare our students, not just for jobs, but for them to be able to invent and create jobs that we've never even imagined. This is what we've always done in this state, and this is what we've always done in this country. By elevating the way we look at ideas, we're discovering solutions that we've never even dreamed of. We're going to prepare our students to adopt and embrace new ways of thinking, to ask the tough questions, to analyze and answer and elevate the level of public discourse. We are going to find the way, as Micah says, for each one of you to make an indelible impression on the University of Kentucky and indeed the world. So I ask our students today, who among you will be the next poet laureate? Who will be the transformative entrepreneur? Who will be the groundbreaking inventor or influential artist? Who among you will achieve greatness in pursuit of a better world? And who among you will lead your local community, your school board, your faith community, your city, and your state? We're counting on you. For Kentucky, your dreams are our greatest hopes. You will create a better tomorrow, and it is the mission of the University of Kentucky to help you unleash your greatest potential. Thank you very much.
And I would say to you students here and those that are watching on our streaming that take time to meet Dr. Capilouto. I think you'll find it a very rewarding experience. I think you'll come away saying that, as we all believe now, that our great university is in good hands. Thank you very much. And thank all of you for coming today. And that concludes our State of the University program. Thank you.